and welcome back to HisFlame's Home of Crafts. In this video, we're going to be covering how to do a make one right. This stitch is frequently used on the raglan increases on a sweater that go across the front and the chest and the back to create the increases for your shoulders and down the yoke. They can be used in shawls and really anywhere that you're looking to increase directionally in a project. And we'll do the same as the last video. I have some made up already on a swatch, and then I'll do a demo, and then I'll talk you guys through it. So this is my little swatch that I've made up so far. And I should have put a stitch marker in it, but I didn't. So in this swatch, I've already done 2 increases and then knit to the next place where I want. So this is my line that I did the increases before. This is my first increase, and as you can see, it's a make one right. So the stitch increases and is slanted slightly to the right of the line where I'm looking to increase from my fabric and increase by 1 stitch. So I've got one make one right there, and I've got another one right there. So I'll just do a quick demo and then I'll talk you through it. So that is a quick demo of a make one right. I'll just work my way backwards here. So when you're knitting along, normally you'll have a marker in your work and it'll say knit to 1 stitch before marker or knit to marker, make one right. Always check the stitch definitions in the pattern that you're following and make sure that a make one right is what is being taught here. This is traditionally what is known as a make one right, but sometimes designers have written them slightly differently. So just always double check your directions in your pattern that you're following. So you knit to your marker 1 stitch before, whatever your directions say to do. And then the trick with make ones is just you want your hands relaxed, you want your work relaxed, you don't want everything under tension or it's really hard to get that stitch picked up. And you're going to take your left hand needle and go under that bar that's down between the last row of stitches and pick it up from the back to the front. And then I always just, again, keeping your work nice and close to the ends of your needles, your hands nice and relaxed, just tug that stitch slightly to create a loop. And then you're going to go into the front leg of it to knit, just like you normally would, front to back, pull your yarn around, and make one right. I'll also show holding my yarn in my right hand because I know it's sometimes easier to see someone demo something the same way that you knit. So same thing, same setup. Your left hand needle from the front to the back, back to the front. Pick up that bar, keeping your hands nice and loose. Just loosen that stitch slightly. Insert your needle from front to back. Wrap your yarn around counterclockwise. Pull your stitch through. Make one right. And then you just knit across the same way that you normally would. And here we are back at our Make One Right from our last row. So I've now knit across once, purled back across the back to create a stockinette fabric. You just work the Make One Right same as you would any other stitch on the back side. It'll be a purl stitch and stockinette or a knit stitch as you're directed in the pattern. So there's my new stitch, make one, and now I'm back in the line where I have been increasing on my stitches. So you can see when the fabric is laid out, the make one line that I've been making the make one rights directly to the right of, you can see where the fabric is leaning towards the right. So that's why you would use it as a make one right. It creates that directional increase or directional leaning increase towards the right. So I'll do one more demo here for you guys. So, taking your left hand needle, and again, if it's easier for you, depending on what your project is, depending on what you're doing, you can use your right hand needle and pick it up, and same deal, insert your left hand needle always from back to front for a right hand, make one right. Give it a little tug, knit from left to right, wrap your yarn around counterclockwise, pull your stitch through, and make one right. And again with your other hand. Your setup will always be the same. Insert your needle, back to front, keep your hands nice and loose, wrap your yarn around, pull your stitch through, and carry on knitting. Again, if you have any questions or concerns about this video, if you're looking for any other specific tutorials, please don't hesitate, shoot me a message or leave a note in the comments down below, and I will see what I can do to help you guys out. Have a great day.